What if I told you that regrowing your lost teeth, actual, real teeth, could become reality within the next 4 years? No implants, no dentures, just your own natural teeth growing back. Sounds like science fiction, right? Well, it's happening right now in Japan, and the results are absolutely fascinating. Today, we're diving deep into TRG-035, the world's first tooth regeneration drug, currently in human trials. We'll cover the latest 2026 updates, what the safety data shows, reported side effects, and most importantly, what happens next. Let's get into it. Before we jump into the updates, let me give you some quick context. For decades, losing a tooth meant one thing: it's gone forever. Your only options: expensive implants that can cost thousands of dollars, uncomfortable dentures, or dental bridges that require grinding down healthy teeth. But here's something mind-blowing. Humans actually have the biological machinery to grow a third set of teeth. We just can't access it naturally because of a protein called USAG1 that essentially acts as a brake pedal on tooth development. That's where TRG-035 comes in. This breakthrough drug is designed to release that brake and reactivate dormant tooth buds hiding in your jaw. And in 2024, Japanese researchers at Kyoto University Hospital launched the first ever human trials to see if this actually works in people. So how does TRG-035 actually work? Let me break it down in simple terms. Inside your jaw, you have dormant tooth buds, tiny clusters of cells that could theoretically produce a third set of teeth. But the USAG1 protein blocks two critical pathways called BMP and WNT signaling, which are essential for tooth formation. Think of USAG-1 as a security guard that permanently locked the door to your body's natural tooth factory. TRG-035 is what's called a monoclonal antibody. Basically, a highly targeted molecule that seeks out and neutralizes USAG1. When you receive TRG-035 through an intravenous injection, it binds to the USAG1 protein and blocks its activity. With the brake pedal lifted, those dormant tooth buds wake up and begin developing into fully functional teeth. The really cool part: this isn't tissue engineering or stem cell transplantation. This is cell-free molecular therapy, meaning the drug simply activates your body's own existing biological pathways. Your body does the rest. And here's the kicker. In animal studies with mice and ferrets, a single injection generated complete functional teeth that integrated perfectly with existing dental structures. No serious side effects were reported in any of these preclinical trials. All right, let's talk about where we are right now in 2026. The Phase 1 human clinical trial launched in September 2024 at Kyoto University Hospital in Osaka, Japan. This trial enrolled 30 healthy adult males between the ages of 30 and 64, each missing at least one tooth. The primary goal of Phase 1, safety first. Researchers need to confirm that TRG-035 doesn't cause serious adverse reactions in humans. As of early 2026, these Phase 1 trials are ongoing and are expected to continue through 2025 into early 2026. Participants receive intravenous injections of TRG-035, and researchers carefully monitor for any adverse effects while also watching for early signs of tooth regeneration. Now here, important to understand, Phase 1 trials typically last 11 months to over a year because tooth development is a slow biological process. You can't just inject the drug and expect a tooth to pop out overnight. Researchers are monitoring participants over an extended period to track safety, proper dosing, pharmacokinetics, how the drug moves through the body, and whether any tooth regeneration activity begins. So far, the research team has not publicly released detailed safety data yet, which is completely normal for ongoing Phase 1 trials. However, based on the animal studies where no serious side effects occurred, the expectation is cautiously optimistic. Let's address the elephant in the room. What about side effects? Based on the preclinical animal trials involving mice, ferrets, and dogs, TRG-035 demonstrated a remarkably clean safety profile. No serious side effects were observed during these studies. The regenerated teeth developed normally, integrated with existing dental structures, and functioned just like natural teeth. And this is critical. Animal safety data doesn't automatically translate to human safety. That's exactly why Phase 1 trials exist. Researchers are specifically monitoring for potential issues like inflammation, bone irregularities, immune reactions to the monoclonal antibody, improper tooth positioning or overcrowding, and any systemic effects from blocking the USAG1 protein. As of January 2026, no official adverse event reports have been publicly released from the ongoing Phase 1 trial. The research team, led by Dr. Katsu Takahashi, has been conducting these trials with extreme caution, and safety remains the top priority. One thing to keep in mind, TRG-035 is a monoclonal antibody, and like other antibody therapies, there's always a theoretical risk of allergic reactions or immune-related responses. However, monoclonal antibodies are widely used in medicine today and have well-established safety profiles when properly manufactured and administered. The bottom line, we won't have complete safety data until Phase 1 wraps up, but the early signals from animal studies are very encouraging. So what happens next? Let me walk you through the roadmap. Phase I 2024 to 2025, early 2026. This is where we are now, safety testing in 30 healthy adults. If successful, the trial moves forward. Phase 2, 2027 expected. This phase will test efficacy. Does TRG-035 actually regrow teeth effectively? Phase 2 will likely focus on children and young patients with congenital tooth agenesis, people born without certain permanent teeth. This condition affects about 1% of the population and currently has no cure except prosthetics. Phase 3, Arling-Arba, Da Arling-Arju, expected. Large-scale trials across broader patient populations to confirm effectiveness and long-term safety. This phase will determine optimal dosing, identify the best candidate patients, and gather the data needed for regulatory approval. Potential market launch, 2030, if everything goes according to plan. TRG-035 could receive regulatory approval and become available in Japan by 2030. That's just 4 years away. After Japanese approval, the drug would need to seek approval from the FDA in the United States and the EMA in Europe, which could push Western availability into the early 2030s. In November 2025, TRG-035 received orphan drug designation from Japan's Ministry of Health, Labor, and Welfare, which provides tax incentives, financial aid, and priority regulatory review. This is a huge milestone that accelerates the path toward approval. Here's the big picture. TRG-035 represents a paradigm shift in dentistry. We're moving from artificial replacements to biological restoration. Instead of drilling, implanting, and replacing, we're talking about reactivating your body's own dormant potential to regrow what was lost. Dr. Takahashi, the lead researcher, said it best: "We're hoping to see a time when tooth regrowth medicine is a third choice alongside dentures and implants." Now, it's important to manage expectations. This won't be available tomorrow, and we still need to see the Phase 1 safety results. But the science is solid, the animal data is promising, and for the first time in human history, we're genuinely close to making tooth regeneration a reality. Will it be expensive? Will insurance cover it? Who will qualify? These are all questions that will be answered as trials progress. But one thing is certain, the future of dental care is looking a lot more natural. If you found this update valuable, smash that like button and subscribe for more cutting-edge science and medical breakthroughs. Drop a comment below. Would you try TRG-035 if it became available? What concerns do you have about tooth regeneration therapy? And here's a question to spark discussion. If regrowing teeth becomes possible, what other parts of the human body should regenerative medicine tackle next? Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.